Thanks for staying with us. YK is on a different planet. Let's start with the nation. Economy grad. Just read your paper, YK. You read paper. I'm starting with you.
Exactly. I know you're
the nation. The nation.
You're right.
Economy gradually coming out of challenges, says Tinubu. President orders release of minors charged with treason. Appeal court quashes conviction of ex-CJN Walter Onnoghen. E-day for most contentious U.S. election. Varsity teachers taken out of public service payroll system. EFCC arrests Okowa over alleged 1.3 trillion naira fraud. And Owando posts 2 trillion naira turnover in half 2024. YK, which study would you like to start with?
Let me start before
Yes, YK. YK is composed.
She's composed. No, the Oni of Ife, Oba.
I didn't mention Oni here, YK.
It's there.
It's there.
If you don't want
I didn't mention. There's no way Oni. I did not mention Oni on this front page, YK.
It's there now.
Where? Okay, I didn't mention. Okay, but go ahead. Okay.
You didn't read your paper.
Oni Olugbon begins moves to reconcile Yoruba Obas. Okay, go ahead.
So the Oni and the Olugbon have met each other. And the Olugbon went to visit him, and they want to reconcile the Obas, the traditional rulers in Yoruba land. Also, they're going to extend it to the governors as well, so everybody is united and speaks in one voice. And they're denying, because there was a story where, what's his name? The Iwo, the Oluwo of Iwo, Oba, Morales' best friend. There was a rumor that he went to visit. Why are you laughing? That Oni went to go and visit him, and that one chased him away. And the Oni said, never. He has never even been to visit him. So it's a fake story.
Okay. Now that's it.
Chief Justice, CJN.
You won't disgrace me, Abby.
You did well, okay. You did well.
So the appeal court has adopted the terms of settlement submitted between the federal government and Justice Onnoghen, the former Chief Justice that was, ordered to resign by the former administration of President Buhari, when the Code of Conduct Tribunal insisted he was involved in certain discrepancies, that he did not show his assets clearly, that he declared his assets falsely, and that it was a breach of the Code of Conduct Bureau. So they stripped him of his finances, blocked his account, forfeited his assets to the government, and a lot of other wahala. But the CJN, being a man of the law, went to court. He's been in court since then, and now under the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, he reached in terms of settlement, which has been adopted as a judgment by the appeal court yesterday between the government and himself. And now all his assets are, of course, been ordered to be returned to him. His accounts also to be released and unfrozen and back to status quo. I'm happy for the former Chief Justice. He insisted on his innocence, even though all of us believed in the media trial when we read it.
Yeah.
And
All of you.
Yeah, so the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, OAGF, has confirmed the shutdown of Integrated Personnel and Payroll Information System, that's the IPPIS, for federal tertiary institutions. The OAGF's action followed federal government's approval for the removal of the FTIs from the IPPS platform. So the Director of Press and Public Relations in the OAGF, Bawa Mokwa, confirmed the development in an interview. And he said that it was only natural for the IPPS platform for FTIs to be shut down, given the federal government's directive to remove these institutions from the system. So he announced that this month, that's November, salaries for the FTIs would be processed through the government Integrated Financial Management Information System, that's the GIFMIS. And the institutions are required to prepare their payroll in an Excel format and submit it to the IPPIS for verification and validation. Missed concerns of changes in salary, account details. He also issued a statement that the government did not direct his workers to change the financial institutions linked to their IPPIS account. Also, the Academic Staff Union of Universities had rejected the IPPIS guidelines on payment of salaries for public tertiary institutions. And the ASU president, Professor Emmanuel Osedeke, spoke with the nation yesterday in Abuja and is urging the federal government to allow universities to operate their budgets in line with the Universities Miscellaneous Acts of 2012. So I just hope this will not cause another issue. We've been having issues of, do we stick with the IPPIS? Do we continue with the gift miss? I don't know. I thought it was agreed already that they would go with the IPPIS. So I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so today is the D-Day of what has been described as the most contentious U.S. elections in history. So the Democratic candidate Kamala Harris and the Republican candidate former President Donald Trump will be going to the polls today. In last-minute rush yesterday, many of them were already having their whirlwind of rallies and towards elections. So both parties and both candidates have focused on key battleground states, which seeking a surge of votes before polls begin. So according to the report, there are 7 swing states that they're hoping to win over, and there's about 77 million have already voted from their absentee votes to the early voters. So today is a big day, and many of us, I meant to go and pay my subscription. I'm not paying like this whole year, but I have to go and pay because I have to, because you got to watch it live. You know, this kind of thing they can't tell you. You have to see it. So we'll got all eyes on the U.S. elections today, and we'll see how that goes. We let the best man win. But we're all rooting for.
I watched him live today.
I watched
Kamala. Him live today. He was abusing Kamala.
They're always abusing each other.
Nobody was there, you know.
And this it's also it's a more emotional election than more of issues on facts-based.
Facts and data.
It's more about emotions. Do I like Trump? Do I hate Trump? Do I like Kamala? You know, it's like, what does it stand for? What does it make me feel like?
And that
is he a man of
sway
integrity?
the election, no?
So those are the things we are looking at. We'll see how it goes. We're wishing them the best. Moving on quickly now to the Punch. Tinubu orders probe as FG backs down. Tinubu asks new ministers to stay resilient amid criticism and abuse. Cleric bags life jail for raping minor inside mosque. Oyo PDP defends Makinde, says APC scared of Nigerians. Stock markets rise as Trump, Harris battle for U.S. presidency. EFCC arrests ex-Delta State Governor Okowa over the 1.3 trillion naira fraud. UK to raise tuition for varsities in 2025 and imported petrol cheaper. And Dangote's 990 liters, says marketers. Okay, which story?
Okay, so I have major headline. President yesterday, according to the Minister for Information, has directed that the trial of the minors be immediately stopped, and ordered that that the IG should see to the release of the minors immediately. According to the Minister for Information, Mohammed Idris, he said the president is concerned about the circumstances of the case. He issued the directive emphasizing that there must be balance in legal processes with humanitarian concerns. After your view, handled it as a topic yesterday. So, so all 30 minors are to be released. On,
30 and 52.
30 minors.
30.
76 minors in the mix.
Total, or the 30?
Some of the headlines said 52. It doesn't matter.
No. Okay, well,
Nima, you didn't say this thing well. After the voice of Nigerian women, which is your view, discussed it on the show extensively yesterday. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria decided
because they have been giving him
the release
because
of the minors.
Because you see those people around president, they've not been telling him the full details.
But
when your women bring all the hang-ups, they give him the details. President now called a minister and said, after I had a short briefing with Mr. President this evening, that was yesterday evening, he's going for money. He has directed the immediate release of all the minors that have been arrested by the Nigerian police. He said without prejudice to any legal process, which means that this release cannot be used as evidence in any further action.
Now you don't learn the story. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.